let them take my child away!
I'm sorry, madam. It's the law. The child must be removed.
No, no.
Royal guards had obeyed Prince William without question for nearly 20 years, until the night Princess Charlotte fell to her knees crying, "Please, don't let them take my baby." And according to Royal Guard Oliver Grant, that was the exact moment Windsor Hall turned against itself. The incident began only 3 weeks before Charlotte's royal wedding. Officially, the palace claimed the young princess had been placed under medical supervision after suffering exhaustion during public appearances. But inside Windsor Hall, everyone knew something far more serious was happening, because Charlotte had suddenly stopped appearing in public entirely. No balcony appearances. No royal dinners. No photographs. Nothing. Rumors spread quietly among palace staff almost immediately. Then came the leaked medical report. According to internal palace whispers, Princess Charlotte was pregnant, and the palace was panicking. Not because of the child itself, but because nobody outside the royal family knew who the father was. That was the detail terrifying Windsor Hall most, especially Prince William. According to Oliver Grant, William became almost unrecognizable after learning the news. He canceled meetings, locked himself inside the West Office for hours. And most disturbingly, he secretly ordered palace doctors to prepare private transport for Charlotte in the middle of the night. No official explanation was ever given, but several royal guards overheard fragments of an argument behind closed doors, Charlotte crying, William shouting. Then one sentence that reportedly silenced the entire hallway: "You are not keeping this child." According to Grant, Charlotte stopped speaking to William completely after that night, but 2 evenings later, everything exploded. At nearly 1 a.m., Oliver Grant was urgently summoned to Charlotte's private wing after palace staff heard screaming from inside her room. When Grant arrived, he immediately realized something was wrong. 2 royal physicians stood outside the doorway alongside 4 palace security officers, and Prince William himself was already inside. Charlotte was crying uncontrollably, standing against the far wall, clutching her stomach protectively. "No." William stepped toward her slowly. "Charlotte." But she backed away instantly in terror. "You lied to me." Grant noticed something then: a medical syringe resting on the nearby table, already prepared. His stomach tightened immediately. Charlotte saw it too. Then suddenly, the young princess dropped to her knees sobbing. And screamed the sentence that changed Windsor Hall forever: "Please, don't let them take my baby." Silence swallowed the room. Grant looked toward William in disbelief, because for the first time in years, the future king looked genuinely cornered. Not angry. Afraid. Then William quietly gave the order: "Remove everyone except medical staff." Normally, guards obeyed instantly, but nobody moved, not one person, because according to several palace servants, every royal guard in that room had seen Charlotte grow up since childhood, and now she looked absolutely terrified. William's voice hardened. "That was an order." Still, nobody moved. Grant finally stepped forward. Slowly. Carefully. Then asked the question nobody else dared to say aloud: "Your Highness, what exactly are the doctors planning to do?" William's face changed instantly. Cold. Dangerous. But before he could answer, Charlotte whispered something that made the entire room freeze. "He said this child cannot survive inside Windsor Hall." Grant felt ice run through his body, because suddenly, this no longer sounded like a family argument. It sounded like fear. Real fear. William stepped toward Charlotte again, but this time Oliver Grant blocked him. The room went silent instantly, because no royal guard had physically defied William in years. "Move aside," William said quietly. Grant didn't move. Neither did the others. Then one by one, every royal guard inside the room stepped closer to Charlotte. Instead, protecting her, William stared at them in disbelief. You're choosing her over the crown? Grant answered softly, No, sir. Then looked directly at Charlotte trembling on the floor. We're protecting the crown. Silence. Heavy. Terrifying silence, because deep down, everyone inside that room suddenly realized the same thing. William wasn't trying to protect the monarchy anymore. He was trying to stop something connected to the child. Then Charlotte slowly looked up through tears and whispered the sentence that shattered whatever remained of Windsor Hall forever. He told me this baby survived once already. Nobody spoke. Not even William, because according to Oliver Grant, that was the exact moment he realized Charlotte's child might somehow be connected to the same secret buried beneath Windsor Hall for nearly 2 decades, and according to one palace servant, that was the night the royal guards quietly chose Charlotte over Prince William for the very first time. The standoff inside Charlotte's room lasted nearly 6 minutes. 6 minutes where nobody inside Windsor Hall dared move. Then suddenly, Prince William quietly lowered his eyes, not toward Charlotte, toward her stomach. And according to Oliver Grant, William looked more terrified in that moment than anyone had ever seen before. Finally, he whispered something so quietly only Grant heard it. If the child survives, they'll come back. Charlotte slowly looked up through tears. Who? But William never answered. Instead, he turned toward the doctors and ordered everyone to leave the room immediately. No injections. No transport. Nothing. The royal physicians obeyed instantly. But before William walked out, Charlotte said one final thing that stopped him cold. You knew this would happen someday. William froze near the doorway for several seconds. He didn't turn around. Then finally, without facing her, he quietly replied, Your mother tried to stop it too. And according to Oliver Grant, that was the exact moment Charlotte realized Diana may have spent years protecting not only her, but the child she would one day have. The following morning, Windsor Hall officially announced that Charlotte's wedding had been postponed indefinitely due to private family matters. But inside the palace, royal guards were reassigned overnight. Hidden archive rooms were sealed. And for the first time in years, William personally ordered armed security placed around Charlotte's wing instead of around himself. Because somewhere beneath Windsor Hall, something connected to Diana's final secret had awakened again. And now, it was connected to Charlotte's child. If you enjoyed this emotional royal mystery story, leave your theories in the comments below. Who do you think William was truly afraid of? And what secret did Diana try to protect all those years ago? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more hidden royal secrets, shocking palace conspiracies, and emotional Windsor Hall mysteries.